Good afternoon, Chip here with Hybrid and Electric Car Sales, coming to you from my shop in beautiful Franklin, Tennessee. What we have today is a gamble for me. I am taking a risk here to learn something, and that's what I try to do every single day, is learn and try to find more efficient ways to do the job. So what do we have? We have a 2014 Ford Fusion Hybrid, okay? This one's got I don't even know how many miles are on it, but it was a tow-in. It does not work anymore. It does not drive. The problem is in the transmission. We already know that. We diagnosed it. Now, this transmission, instead of rebuilding it with a new stator, I'm going to try to swap in a brand new remanufactured transmission from Ford out of a 2019. So here's what I learned, okay? I'm gonna flip the camera around. Okay, so I'm in the process of taking this one apart, so let me explain what I'm doing. This transmission, this is a 2014, you see that part number, DM, camera flip there. DM58 7000 cc. This is a 2.57 ratio, which is standard for the hybrid. Now, this transmission in the Ford catalog, my cost on it, if I was to order this part number, is $4,600, somewhere around there, which is pretty ridiculous. I can take this one out and rebuild it for much, much less. But I discovered that the 2018 and up transmission, remanufactured one from Ford, is only $3,300. Well, that starts to make a little more sense with what we're doing, especially for one of these that needs a new stator, all the gears, everything. So it might be more economical to swap that transmission in. So what did I do? Hang tight. So this is what I did. So this is in my parts room now. So this is a brand new remanufactured directly from Ford 2019 Fusion hybrid transmission. That's the part number right there. And like I said, MSRP on this transmission, or my cost on it's like $3,400. And this was already rebuilt by Ford. Everything in that is new. So I'm going to try to swap this 2019 transmission into the 2014. Now, they say it can't be done, according to Ford. And I wouldn't have normally taken this on, but I found online someone had put a 2018 Fusion transmission, MKZ transmission into a 2014. And that part number referenced with the transmission that I have in the parts room. So there is a connection made between that transmission working. Now, what's my fear? It's the same case, it's the same internals, because I rebuild these top to bottom, the 14s all the way up to the 2020s, all the same. I use all the same parts internally. So what's different? Well, they say the strategy could be different, the shift strategy for the solenoids. Well, there's no solenoids in this transmission. There's no shifting. The wiring harness is exactly the same. So in my mind, it's going to work. So I bought that transmission. I put out the money. And for this client, instead of rebuilding it, we're going to put in a new transmission, and we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll rebuild their old one. I'll get it back together and we'll go. But they know what's going on. We told them we're going to try to experiment with it and try to figure it out. All they want is their car running back on the road. If they get a new transmission, awesome. But they're happy with my rebuilt one if that's just the case. So stay with me. This is something very different than what we normally do. And I'll let you know if it works out in the end.